Do you remember those magical moments as a child, lying on a lush green lawn and gazing up at the sky? Those moments when we squinted, searching for dragons, sailing ships, angel wings, or familiar faces within those white fluffy shapes? What are these dreamy wanderers of the sky, these constantly shape-shifting, silent works of art, really? Are they simply masses of water vapor? Or are they deeper, more complex, gigantic engines governing our planet's climate? Let us witness together the moment a cloud is born, the diverse lives it lives, its roles in the sky, and its glorious end. Since the dawn of time, humanity has gazed at the sky and attributed meaning to these white masses. They were the home of the gods. Mount Olympus in Greek mythology was chosen as the abode of the gods because its summit was always covered in clouds. They were the chariots of the gods. The Norse god Thor created thunder as he passed through the clouds in his chariot, drawn by his goats. They were harbingers of abundance or disaster. Dark clouds heralded impending storms and destruction, while white cottony clouds heralded peace and abundance. These legends demonstrate that our ancestors intuitively understood that clouds were not merely ornaments, but powerful entities that directly impacted life on Earth. The epic story of a cloud is the story of the invisible becoming visible. Billions upon billions of water molecules evaporate from oceans, lakes, and plants, rising into the atmosphere. This water vapor is completely transparent. We cannot see it. However, as it rises, the cold air it encounters forces these free-spirited molecules to come together. Just as our breath becomes visible on a cold winter day, the water vapor attaches itself to microscopic dust, pollen, or salt particles floating in the atmosphere, transforming back into liquid droplets or tiny ice crystals. The collection of these billions of visible droplets and crystals is what we call a cloud. A cloud, however serene and peaceful it may appear from the outside, is an incredibly dynamic entity within itself. Depending on its size, its weight can reach hundreds of tons, the weight of a Boeing 747. So how does such a massive mass not crash to the ground? The answer lies in an invisible force constantly pushing it upward: thermal air currents. The Earth, heated by the sun, also heats the air above it. The heated air expands, becomes lighter, and rises. These rising columns of hot air hold a cloud in its grasp, allowing it to defy gravity and soar through the sky. A cloud's survival depends on the delicate balance between these two powerful forces: gravity and thermal currents. But not all clouds are the same. They have their own families, personalities, and functions. Cirrus clouds, delicate as gauze and brushstrokes that hover in the highest reaches of the sky at around 10,000 meters, are composed entirely of ice crystals. They are usually a harbinger of calm weather, but sometimes they can be the vanguard of an approaching storm system. Cumulus clouds, resembling mid-height cotton fields, are the most familiar symbol of fair weather. They are usually harmless, lazily drifting across the sky. However, if these innocent cumulus clouds gather and begin to grow vertically on a day when the atmosphere is unstable, things change. That's when the cumulonimbus, the planet's most majestic and dangerous cloud, is born. While its base is close to the ground, its apex can extend into the stratosphere. Within it, updrafts and downdrafts reach speeds exceeding 100 kilometers per hour. Water droplets and ice crystals are propelled by these currents, rubbing against each other, building up a massive static electric charge. When this energy is released, lightning strikes. The shock wave created by the lightning is heard as thunder. These clouds are the raging giants of the sky, containing tons of water, hailstones, and immense energy. The next time you look up at the sky, don't just see a white blob. See a floating ocean, a giant quilt regulating our planet's temperature balance, the birth pangs of a storm,
or simply water's respite in the sky. For every cloud is a living, breathing part of the sky, carrying its own story, its own character, and its own destiny.
The Door to Knowledge, presented by Toyer TV. Don't forget to take your place on this path of discovery and enlightenment.